the things you wish people would know, they know about you. They know it. And after 7 years of listening to your conversations and watching your text messages and monitoring you, they know who and what you are and who and what you're associated with. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Rashad Crenshaw back again with another video. Another update on the Young Thug and Gunna YSL case. Young Thug has just been denied bond and has had 7 extra felonies added onto his case.
My recommendation is that Mr. Williams remain in a no bond status, Your Honor. I'll reiterate, he's at a significant flight risk given his access to resources. There's also a clear risk of hindering the administration of justice, given that we have not apprehended everyone on the larger indictment, Your Honor, and given he's also at a risk of committing additional felonies. As you see, within the last arrest, there was a possession of methamphetamines, and I believe officers also recovered that during the execution of their search warrant. So we would ask that bond be denied, Your Honor.
That which include owning silencers, narcotics. Young Thug is not in a good position right now, and it sucks to watch. It sucks to watch the situation that him and Gunna are in, because this entire time, I think we all knew that they were having issues with YFN on the side, but we all thought that for the most part, guys like Thug and Gunna were out of the way, not bothering anybody, keeping it moving, just not being in the way. Unfortunately, this wasn't true. Unfortunately, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which I would imagine are the people enforcing this RICO case, Young Thug and Gunna are involved in gang violence and gang crime, gang activity. Now, the DA, the Fulton County DA, Fannie Willis, alleges that 70% of crime in Atlanta is being spurred by gangs. The gangs of which the like that Thug and Gunna are involved in. Now, people like her are clearly under the mind of trying to cleanse Atlanta of the gang problem. And I say that I'm all the way with her. Now, I don't believe that RICO cases are necessarily the right way. I believe that individuals should be tried for their individual crimes and be handled in that manner. I don't believe that simply being associated with a gang means that you should be facing 12 to 13, 14 years for simply being a member of that gang. But unfortunately, this is the route that the federal government and the state government have chosen to deal with gang membership and gang members. Young Thug is in a tight spot right now. He can't get bond. And 9 times out of 10, he won't get bond. 9 times out of 10, he's going to probably sit in jail for about 1 to 2 years until it comes time for the main event of his trial, for them to figure out whether he's guilty or not guilty, whatever the situation might be. But I think we should all understand that Young Thug 9 times out of 10 is going to be sitting for quite some time. Bond or no bond, he will end up more than likely being found guilty. They've been investigating Young Thug for, I want to say, 7 years. They've been investigating him since 2015. So that's 7 years of straight full-on investigations of Young Thug. This is not the kind of case that people just slide away from. When you're being investigated for 7 years straight, think about that. How sloppy do we as people get in 1 month? How complacent do we get in 6 months? How complacent do we get in 12? Now imagine you're being watched and tracked for 7 years straight. Your career has gone to unbelievable heights. You've gotten comfortable. You've gotten fat. You're eating good. Everyone else around you is eating good. But you're simultaneously involved in the streets. When you're simultaneously involved in the streets and you haven't been touched, it builds a certain air and feeling of invincibility and being untouchable. And that's unfortunately what we see here. The fact that they've been watching this man for this long, there's no doubt in my mind that with 56 different charges being levied against this man, that these men, that they're going to sit and someone is going to snitch. Out of 28 people being charged with 56 different counts, someone is going to tell. There's no way that everyone in YSL is rich and has boatloads of cash and money and success waiting on them on the outside. You know, guys like Yak Gotti, Thug, Gunna, they might be fine. But what about the other guys in YSL? What about the lower ranking members of the gang? The members of the gang who don't have stacks of cash and racks and bands waiting on them on the outside, who don't have millions of fans supporting them and probably donating money to their families and pulling through for them. What about them? There's a good chance that those guys may end up telling, because they've got absolutely everything to lose in life from trying to be loyal to this gang. And that's why it's so important for us as people to release this gang culture from our race, because people like Thug and Gunna probably felt like they had no choice but to engage in these kind of acts, because if they didn't, it would hurt their career. Imagine you having issues with Lucci and you call the police. Officer, yeah, it's this rapper YFN Lucci harassing me and threatening to kill me. When that call gets out to the public, they're gonna clown you forever. You'll never recover. Your career will never recover. Your culture will clown you. We've created a expectation of our people to solve problems that probably could be solved without violence. We've created an expectation to solve them with the utmost amount of violence every single time. Why are we surprised that Thug and Gunna are going down on charges of murder? Why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? These guys don't like each other. Yak Gotti over there standing on YFN Lucci's car. Let's be real. These guys do not like each other, and they have mortal beef and issues with one another behind this situation. There's a very good chance that Thug and Gunna aren't going to be coming home for more than 5 to 6 years. There's a good chance. These guys are done. These RICO cases don't just come out of the blue. And for those of you sitting there saying things like, well, this is a state case, bruh. It's not federal, therefore it's not a threat. It's a threat. Let me tell you the similarities between state RICO and federal RICO. When the feds come and get you, and this is in the word of Kevin Gates, it's like Jesus Christ has come to get you. They know everything about you when they come to get you. They know everything. Everything. Who you're fucking, what drugs you like, what soda you like, what food you like, how old your third cousin is. They know everything about you. They've been listening to you for years. They know whether you like to shove dildos up. They fucking know everything about you. That is what the feds do. The state did the exact same thing. They bided their time. They sat there for 7 years and didn't give YSL or Thug or Gunna one clue that they might have been watching them the entire time. Most people get a clue that they're hot. Most people figure out that they're hot. The GBI kept this secret. No one knew. I would imagine Thug and Gunna didn't know. No one knew. And now they're in there. Now they're locked up in Fulton County Jail with Lucci. This isn't some sort of case that Thug and Gunna are just going to walk away from. It's not. These RICO cases, even if they're state level, do not come out of thin air.